him out of the shell. Oh, where's he at? See, this is the only problem with running 10.9. Don't want to leave.
Yeah.
You gotta think what's gonna get bit. Watch out. He ain't that big, but I don't want to pop my line. There we go. Got it pretty good though.
Yeah, you did.
Running the. This is a Kitech 3.8 fat impact. Good tight wobble, pretty fat. Wobble too, little fish. Cold water. Trying to get them up here. We're out here practicing for our next tournament on the Harris chain. Saw the last video. That was from last weekend. This is the next weekend and us doing it again. Fishing a different lake today. Fishing Lakeview Clare right now. Looking at some stuff that I already knew about and I've fished before, but we're kind of like revisiting it to see if it's got any fish on it. As you can see, it's pretty popular. Got that down. Ugly looking. And that's how you want them to eat the swim bait. Just like that. That's a giant. There it is. Pretty good though. Old Carolina rig. It's been a minute since I had to throw one of these, but real cold water. We're fishing a shell bar, and really just can't beat a Carolina rig with a Senko. I mean, that's just common sense, I guess. You would think, but not a bad one.
Yeah.
Shell bar. We're getting on them now. Slow bite. But they just can't resist that Carolina rig, man. I'm telling you. Something special. But, my 8-foot poles ain't reaching, so we're going to have to spin around a spot lock. I wouldn't get the 10s, but maybe an anchor. Just like that, I caught the smallest fish in my life. That's the same size as the trap.
What is that?
Unbelievable.
Still back out there with bait.
One looking good, looking chicken bait. The only thing, like you said, the only thing we can do is take advantage of the little bit warmer weather the next few days. Go check on that, and then that tells you.
Yeah.
Try to find more areas like that that you can get on. There he is. I called it. Two short strikes on a chatterbait, and ended up throwing this jerkbait in there and getting them. I figured it was a small one, but I don't know if this one's 12, but that could be a way. You know, that's a short strike. A good bait to always have on the deck when you're fishing grass is a jerkbait. When you do get a short strike, whether like a chatterbait or a trap or something like that, you take a jerkbait and throw it in there, usually clean house. But it's the last practice for our first tournament of the 2021 season. Out here on the Harris chain, trying to get some stuff figured out. You know, this is here. We've been pretty much running and gunning new water for the last 3 days that we've been up here, and now we're kind of going back and fine-tuning things, figuring out how we're going to run water, how we're going to plan to attack the tournament. We got a good idea, but we're just going to make it happen. I think we missed it too. We kind of got fortunate today. It seems like the weatherman lied, but the good thing is that this is what the tournament day weather's supposed to be like. A cold front, overcast day. So I'm going to try to see if we can't figure them out. Right now I'm throwing this jerkbait. I've been throwing the trap too, or the chatterbait, but the problem is with the chatterbait, it seems like we're around a little bit smaller fish, or they're glued to smaller baits and they're not eating the chatterbait that great. I'm getting a lot of short strikes, but nothing to actually take it. We were catching these fish on a Zoom speed worm, but it seems like the speed worm is not working today, and I think a lot of it's because this water is getting clear again. And there's another one. The water's getting cleared again, and the bait is so small that I don't think they're really looking for a worm type bait. But that right there is where we're fishing, is that little bit of dead eelgrass. So we're only in about 4.5 foot of water on this little spawning flat, but it seems like every day we come back there's more and more fish here, so we're just going to try to grind this one. We got a couple different spots to run and try to get a game plan of what's going to be, you know, the 1, 2, 3 punch. You know, I'm hoping it's going to be a 1 punch knockout, but I don't think it's going to happen. Not this time of year. Water's about 65, 66, so it's going to be one of those things where we're just going to grind it out and see what happens. Wind's starting to lay down. I like that. Starting to clear up and see if something's trying to break. Don't hit that chatterbait. I mean, I got 3 or 4 bites on that damn thing. The problem is I don't think they can get it. Here we go. That's a fish that's a giant. I don't think it's a fish. Oh, it is a fish. It is a giant. Ain't that big. Oh, come on, baby. Stay down. And that's exactly what we're talking about. Got bit on the chatterbait again. Wouldn't take it. Threw the jerkbait in there and got him. It's like I said, it's a really good bait to have on the deck when you're fishing a fast retrieve bait like a spinnerbait, chatterbait, speed worm. In this clearer water, you can see right there we're mainly dealing with some eelgrass and these little peppergrass mats, and the fish are setting up around them chasing bait. It's one of those things where if you sit long enough, you'd be awarded, but also if you have several areas like this, you can run and gun each one. But you just kind of let the fish come to you. Don't move around too much. They just kind of sit on this flat, and you just got to kind of wait for them to get into position for you to catch them. You don't get in the position for them to catch you to catch them. You want to kind of just kind of sit still. I mean, we've kind of went all the way around this flat. There's kind of the same stuff, but right now in this spot we got a patch there, got a patch there, and I got a patch there, and then in the middle of it's eelgrass. And it seems like if you just sit here long enough, you'll catch a couple fish. We sat here for about 30 minutes now, and I've caught 2 fish. It's not the greatest numbers, but I mean, we are talking January fishing in Florida, so we're just gonna keep it going. There's one. Oh, it came off. I don't even know if I want to fish in this right now. Okay. A lot of boats in here. Yeah. Fishing the hydrilla holes, trying to figure out this pattern that we're going to run. Pull up to the spot, 2 casts, 2 fish. That's how we do it. Giant. On the track. That's what a chatterbait catch the better ones. Hey, come here. Boom, money. I mean, I'm getting bit of the cast in this hole. I know if we were throwing speed ones right now, we probably have one too.
Yeah, what's wrong?
That's what I'm saying. Got it? Dude, I'm oh, I might get a better one. Yeah, oh yeah. Damn. That's another good one. Hey, what do I gotta tell you? This thing works. They're gonna bite in this weather and the water not being as clear. Here, come up here. I think they won't bite that one. These guys. You got a gold. Gold. Hold that rod. It's just getting stupid. They like that chatter.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, listen. Hey, pull it right there.
Oh, yeah, you got it.
Oh yeah, it's a big one. Hey, locking them up, baby. Let's go. Boom. White swim jig, offshore. The little ones want to eat.
Yeah, they don't know how to.
Okay, I got one more question. I know they'll hit this. I know they'll hit that chatterbait. I got two more that I want to try. I don't think they'll hit it because how deep it is. And I want to try that swim bait so they'll hit it with the water. There's one. My point proven right there. Throw a little bait. There's a little fish. It's a big bait. It's a big fish.
That's unbelievable, ain't it? It's kind of like science.
If you ain't figuring it out yet, we're going to do it.
No, I agree.
If I get hit on this, I really feel like that you could throw anything in the hole and get through. I've thrown everything on the deck except that rattle trap, which I know I don't even have to try that.
We get on that swamp.
I want to know if I can get bit on it because it's so water being dirty. You ever have those moments in fishing where you could just take anything and throw it in the water and catch one? Oh, we're doing that right now. We it's just a little Kitech swimmer on a swim jig head or swim bait head. It seems like our plan is working so far. Kind of actually too good, honestly. I'm kind of skeptical, but I will say this. I was just about to say it to him. You know, last time we came out here, it was like, what, 29 degrees? And we caught a good amount of fish in this spot. And I was kind of worried that it was, you know, What if it was just because it was real cold and they were in this hydrilla real deep? And today, it's a lot warmer and it's overcast, and we're catching them better than we did then. So hopefully that means that in either condition, we can catch them. Money. Oh, he threw it.
Did you break your line?
Got it like the rest of it.
Yeah.
And they don't chip because they're burned.
Come on, get out of that hydro. That's the wrong.
At what point does all these boats? Unbelievable.
Yeah. They will not get the Cinco that they don't want. That one did.
Easy, killer, easy. another one. That little guy. So he had a pretty good morning so far. We found some good fish in this spot that we're in right now. Kind of went and looked around in some other areas that kind of looked like this to see if we can get bit in them, and we're not. So I came back here to see if I can just get bit, because if I can get bit here and I know I can't get, and I'm not getting bit there, then I know that I need to find a better looking other spot. But I think honestly it's just the bite ain't that good right now. It's 12 o'clock. I think the bites just kind of died down. Seems like this stuff out here has flurries where it gets really good and then it gets really bad. I think that's what it is, but a good way to test it is just go to your best area and see if it's on or not. Right.
Little beef fella.
Smallest one by far.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a big. This right here is a certified growing. This is a certified growing. Oh, get out of that grass. Get out of that grass. It's not a good one. Come here. Not a good one. Yes. Yes, sir.
I was trying to hit you. I'm lost.
Alright, well, we just have finished up our last day of practice for our first tournament of the season. It was a pretty good day. We did pretty decent. We got a pretty good idea of what we're going to do, our 1, 2, 3 steps to trying to win this thing. We got a couple different areas that we caught fish in, but it's really just one main area, one main spot that looks like we're getting most of our weight at. So we're going to hope for the best. It looks like the weather for the tournament day is going to be pretty much like the same thing as today, I'm hoping. It also looks like that by the weatherman, but the weatherman also said it was going to be bluebird skies and no wind really today, and you see it's been a little bit opposite. Fog just cleared about like 11 o'clock. Real quick, a couple of things that we were catching them on. We're fishing offshore hydrilla. One of the baits we caught a fish on was, just a zoom speed worm, nothing fancy. A gambler swim jig, Z-Man jackhammer. That was really probably the one that caught us the biggest ones, and then the jerk bait by 6 cents. We caught quite a few on that as well. I pretty much caught a fish on everything I threw today. Even this little finesse Kitech swim bait, I caught a fish on. So it seems like as long as they're there, we can catch them on pretty much anything. But it seemed like the best bites came on the worm, the jerk bait, and the chatterbait. So we're gonna just run and gun what we got, and hope y'all enjoy the video.